Janet, I finally found your account. You've given me a hell of a hard time. You one-sidedly insulated me. You disappeared with my precious son. I am the laughingstock of the neighborhood. They called me the poor mother-in-law who was abandoned by her eldest son and daughter-in-law. And they didn't even tell me. You changed your phone numbers, messenger, everything. It took me 6 years to find your contact information. But you can't run away now. I wonder what you are doing, now that you even got my son to get involved. Oh, is this Susan? Long time no see. How have you been? You're kidding. How did you know my account? I changed it after I cut ties with you. If you think you can escape from me, you are mistaken. I asked every relative and acquaintance I could think of, and I got your ID. Oh no. I thought I'd never have to deal with you again. I'm sorry to hear that. Now hurry up and give me Bob's contact information. Huh? You don't know? I just can't find him. I really wanted to get in touch with Bob, not you. But now that I've gotten in touch with you, it's as good as being in touch with Bob. Come on, get on with it and give me Bob's contact information. Oh, I'm so happy I get to see my son for the first time in 6 years. I'm sorry, but I don't have Bob's contact information either. Huh? You don't have to hide it now. I really don't know. Don't lie. You're a married couple and you don't have his number? What? You don't know? What? We're divorced. Divorced? Yes. When did you get divorced? About 5 years ago. 5 years ago? That's right after you guys broke off relations with me. That's right. We were both busy with work and we grew apart. But we both agreed to separate. It's an amicable divorce. Oh. So you're single now? No, I'm married to another man. That's a lie. What? It's strange that I still can't get in touch with Bob, even though you're divorced. Normally, you'd come back to your parents' house after divorce, wouldn't you? In other words, the divorce is a lie. Just because you don't want to give me Bob's contact information, don't make up some random story. The divorce is a fact. Stop messing around and hurry up and give me Bob's contact information. I told you I don't know. You stubborn bitch! You brainwashed my son. Brainwashing? That's right. You brainwashed my son. You made him break off relations with me. That's not true. Bob decided to break off relations with you of his own volition. All right, all right. Then give me my grandchild. Grandchild? You gave birth, didn't you? My grandchild. No, I didn't. There you go, lying again. Where did you get that information? When I was looking for your contact information, I also heard a rumor that you had a baby. It's just a rumor, right? Hey, is my grandchild a boy or a girl? Which one? If it's a boy, he'll be my heir. Give him to me now. I don't have a son. You're not only stealing my son, but also you're stealing my grandson. You don't listen to me at all. At least, I did not give birth to what you can call your grandchildren. I'll be picking up your son one of these days. Huh? If I were to raise your child, it would be a good opportunity for Bob to come back, wouldn't it? He's a father. Of course he wants to see his own children. Huh, but... Susan, you don't know where I live, do you? Don't underestimate me.
Hey, how did you get my address?
It doesn't matter. Just make sure you're ready to leave the house as soon as I get there. And make sure you have your child's clothes and other things ready.
Susan, please wait.
I'll see you later.
Susan. Mom, what shall I do? It might be bad.
Janet, what happened?
Susan found me.
What? Susan is Bob's mother?
That's right. Susan and I broke off relations with one another 6 years ago. She's been trying to find out Bob's and my contact information for a long time. She finally contacted me on my messenger.
She's very vindictive.
Well, it would have been okay if she just found my messenger. Susan seems to know my address too. She wants me to give her grandchildren.
What? Grandchildren? Even though you don't have any kids?
No matter what I say, she doesn't believe me. She heard a rumor somewhere that I had a child.
You already told her you divorced Bob, didn't you?
Of course I did. I also told her that I remarried and that I didn't have her grandchild.
Why is she so obsessed with her grandchildren?
Susan has been asking me to hurry up and show her grandchildren's faces since Bob and I got married. She had been nagging me to show her grandchildren's faces as soon as possible. At that time, Bob wanted to have a child too. She seems to think that if she takes the grandchild, Bob will come back to her.
Did you talk to your husband about it?
I told him about the situation, but he's been transferred to a different state. I don't think he'll be back anytime soon.
Well, then come back to our house for the time being.
Is that okay?
Susan is a person with a lot of problems that you want to break off relations with, right?
I really don't know what she'll do.
Your father wants you to come home soon too. I'll pick you up tomorrow morning with your father. Pack your stuff today.
Thanks, Mom. That will be great.
Janet, I took my grandson home today.
Yes?
It's impossible to raise a child by a scab mother like you.
What are you saying?
So, I went to your house earlier and took your son. I kept pressing the intercom. You just ignored me.
Huh? Oh, you came to my house already.
Yes, I went to pick up my grandchild.
No way.
Janet, you're an unfit mother. Even in the yard, it's not safe to let a small child play outside alone.
What? In the yard?
That's right. Your son is playing in full view from the road. What will you do if a prowler snatches him?
Well, we don't have a yard.
Are you out of your mind? You have a big yard in front of your house.
What?
But don't worry. I took your son into my custody.
Huh?
I'm on the bus with your son on the way to my house.
Bus? What? What are you doing?
It's your fault for not coming out of your house forever.
No, wait. He isn't my child.
That's your kid. Are you crazy?
You're the one who's crazy.
I'm so happy to be able to live with my grandson starting today. I'm going to brag about it to my neighbors right away.
No, you can't. He's not your grandson.
He's a cute little boy. If you look closely, he looks just like Bob, doesn't he? His eyes look just like Bob's.
That can't be true. They're not father and son.
I don't see any resemblance between you and him. I'm glad he doesn't resemble my cocky ex-daughter-in-law. I'll take good care of him as the heir of my family.
Susan, please, stop it.
I'm on the bus now. I can't answer the phone.
Then please, get off the bus. What on earth are you doing taking that child? That's not my child, and it's certainly not your grandchild.
Ah. What is your son's name?
I don't know. He's not my child.
Oh, well, I'll ask him later.
Please, you have to listen to me.
I don't want to. I'm not going to listen to you. You're an unfit mother.
What you're doing is a crime. Susan! Mom, I think I'm in trouble.
What? What happened this time?
I was going to pick you up now. I got a text from Susan just now, and she said she came to my place.
Oh no, she came already? Janet, are you okay?
It seems she didn't come to my house.
Huh? What do you mean?
I don't know what's going on either. She pressed the intercom and she said I didn't answer. I never heard the intercom ring, and I live in an apartment building. She's talking like I have a garden right where I live.
What the hell?
And there was this kid playing in the yard. She thought the kid was her grandchild and took him away.
What? That's kidnapping.
Is she just joking or harassing me? Maybe she's delusional and thinks she's taking her grandchild. But I don't know what she would do. I'm so worried about that kid.
You have to call the cops right now.
Huh?
It's like your ex-mother-in-law just confessed to kidnapping that child. Before things get worse, let's have the police go check on her.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, I'll do that.
Hey, Janet, what's going on? There's a police car parked in front of my house. Hey, why are the police coming to my house? You called them, didn't you?
Susan, where are you now?
Right by my house. I was going home with my grandson. The police are hanging around and I'm too scared to go near them.
You're harming that child, aren't you?
Don't be ridiculous. This child is my precious grandchild. Who would harm her own grandchild?
Susan, I'll say it again. That child is a complete stranger.
Do you still say that? Who would believe the words of such a bad parent who leaves her own child alone in the yard?
Let me ask you something. How old is he?
Age? I asked him earlier. He said he's 4.
You know what? I haven't had a baby yet.
What?
I'm 7 months pregnant.
Huh? So, that baby in your belly is my grandchild too? Are you already pregnant with your second?
No, I'm not. This is the first time I'm having a baby. My current husband, who I remarried, is the father of my baby.
What? What are you talking about? Then who gave birth to the grandbaby next to me? It can't be anyone but you.
I told you that child is not mine. I have never given birth. How in the world could you have mistakenly thought I gave birth to that 4-year-old child?
Because I went to the house where you and Bob lived. I saw a small child playing in the yard. I was sure it was my grandchild.
Where exactly is this house you're talking about?
What? You don't even know the address of your own house? Your house is near S Station in S City, isn't it?
What? S Station in S City?
That's right. a house with a big yard.
That house is not mine.
What? That's impossible. I have information that you did live in that house.
That information seems to be very old. That's where Bob and I lived from the time we broke off relations with you until we divorced. After the divorce, we both moved out. We live in a completely different place now.
Wait a minute. So the kid I brought with me...
We heard that a newlywed couple moved in after we left. I think it is their child. The wife was pregnant when they moved in, so their child is about 4 years old now?
Oh my God. Did I bring a child of a complete stranger into the house?
That's what I mean. The couple has already reported their son missing from the yard.
Then where's my grandson?
At least I didn't give birth to him.
Oh no. I thought I was going to be able to live with my adorable grandson. Hey, Janet, hurry up and give me Bob's contact information. If he remarries and has a child, I'll raise that child myself.
Are you still saying that at this stage?
Of course. I'll have Bob live with me. The woman he's remarried to be honest, she's in the way. I have no choice, so I'll let her live with us.
I'm telling you, I don't think you'll ever see Bob again.
Huh?
Why do you think Bob broke off relations with you?
Because you instigated it, right?
No, it wasn't. It was because you were so possessive and over-involved that he had a mental breakdown.
That can't be true. Bob has always been a kind and mama's boy. He really didn't want to break off relations with me. Because you brainwashed him, he had to stop contacting me.
Then why do you think you still can't get in touch with him?
It's because...
Bob doesn't want anything to do with you. You were bullying me at the time.
Bullying you? Don't talk nonsense. I just wanted you to be a good wife. I was just trying to educate you.
How is that an education? You threw away my food because it didn't taste like yours. You pressured me to have grandchildren as soon as possible. You have been cursing me for years, saying that women who can't bear children are useless. Bob got completely fed up with his mother's ugly behavior and decided to break off relations with you.
That's a lie. Bob is not the kind of child who would abandon his mother. I'll do whatever it takes to find Bob. My dream is to live with my beloved son and my adorable grandchildren. This time, I'm going to find Bob and his child. I'll bring them to my house.
That's impossible.
Why not?
Bob seems to be overseas right now.
What? Overseas?
I really wanted to get in touch with him about this, so I did some research through acquaintances. Then I found out that he has been living abroad since last year, due to his work. By the way, he has only told a few people his current address. He doesn't plan to come back to the US for a while.
I beg your pardon?
This is what I had to say.
I don't want to, not being able to see Bob.
Anyway, please return the child to his parents as soon as possible. Well, I'm sure the police will take him into custody first.
What should I do? There's a police officer coming towards me.
Please hand over the child to him.
What? What? Am I going to be arrested?
Of course you are.
Wait! I was just trying to bring my grandchild home.
I'm telling you, he's not your grandson.
Hey, Janet, come and help me. I didn't have any ill intentions. Please convince the policeman.
I'm sorry, but I'm not in a place where I can come right away.
Oh no! Please help me.
Please make sure you pay for your crime.
Give me a break. I just wanted to live with Bob and my grandchild.
Shortly thereafter, The former mother-in-law was seized by the police. The child was safely taken into custody. He must have been very scared to be taken away by a strange old woman. I am very glad to hear that the child was unharmed. The couple whose child was abducted filed a report without hesitation. According to what I heard later, the couple did not notice the intercom when my former mother-in-law visited them. Their younger child was sleeping, and they had turned off the sound so as not to wake him up. Naturally, the ex-mother-in-law was arrested and will probably face jail time. The former father-in-law has already passed away, and she has been cut off from all her relatives because of this incident. She will spend her old age in solitude after she gets out of prison. After the incident, I talked to my ex-husband on the phone. He apologized to me in tears, saying that even though he broke off relations with her, he was sorry. He told me that 2 years after we divorced, he remarried another woman and is now the father of one child. And I, too, recently gave birth to my first child without any issues. My husband, of course, and my parents are delighted with the birth of their grandchild. I would like to believe that my child will not be targeted by a crazy person like my former mother-in-law, but I would like to be very careful for the safety of my child.